Glorious day to you, my friends. Kia katatara arahiskana atakarihita. Welcome to day number 98 of Shine, Stargate Heart, Illuminate Your Natural Essence, Yakatatara hatiniyariara, where we are exploring our inner being. We're listening to our inner being. We're spending time with our inner being. And we're doing this while chanting Om Mani Padme Hum. And Iskotakariata, we're using the mala of joy, Husata Arata Kitiriarata. And in this mala, we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12, where each of the 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba, our chariot, our ascension vehicle, Niarayacha Otoro Ukaya, our light body, Atiariatahaka, which generates our auric field, and these 9 chakras are at the bottom of our Merkaba, Vasundhara, then Muladhara, the root chakra, Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, Anahata, the heart chakra, Vishuddha, the throat chakra, Anya, or Agnya, the third eye chakra, Sahasrara, the crown chakra, and at the top of our Merkaba, Vyapini, the soul star chakra, the goddess who is everywhere. We're on day number 98. We're working on, subtly working on Vyapini. We talk about it now. We forget about it during the meditation, Yatara, during the chanting, and let our inner being reveal to us what we're ready for. Usaka atari iraskana hea torota. Maybe our inner being reveals nothing, iskata, which is totally okay, because then you spent time with your inner being. Now, in each of these chakras, we break up the 12 seeds into 4 groups of 3, and this is modeled after Samavriti Pranayama, box breath, where for 3 seeds we are breathing in. For the next 3 seeds, we are holding our breath with a full set of lungs. For the next 3 seeds, we are breathing out, we're releasing. And the last 3 seeds, we are holding our breath with an empty set of lungs, where we're embodying the energy. We're intentionally breathing in, we're intentionally inviting in the energies, and we're in day 2 of inviting in the energies of Vyapini. We're listening to what our inner being has to say about it. Yes, I'm going to use a lot of words, but it doesn't matter what my words say. What matters is what your inner being tells you. Uturu utakasha esa ayahakatiriyarata. And in the next 3 days, we're exciting the energies. We're seeing what it means to us. We're playing with it. We're igniting it. And then we just let it go. We let it out of our being. We let our inner being radiate it. We do nothing. Yata atara askanata. And then we're embodying the energies in the last 3 seeds. We're harmonizing it. We're stabilizing it. Kisha atata arahataka. So we're Vyapini. Yesterday, used a lot of words talking about the torus that is around, which is our subtle body, our auric field. And when we, in the analogy of the creek, we're letting the energies flow down the creek and eventually out of the root chakra, and then it goes out in, just like planet Earth, the gravitational field, the electromagnetic field around the planet, that it comes back up and it goes into the North Pole, Vyapini, and this energy cycles around. On planet Earth, we're only using the electromagnetic spectrum for this example. There are so many different fields and so many different forms of energy that are cycling through you as a being on planet Earth. What they want to talk about today is, yesterday they said that Vyapini is about allowing and Vasundhara is about surrender, letting it go. So Vasundhara is akin to the past. We're letting go of the past no matter what it is, okay? And we're inviting in the new now, the new future, the new you. We're allowing this. Another way we can think of Vyapini is it's the path of ease, okay? It's alignment also, yes, it's your joy, it's all those things, but it's ease. And it was while doing lots of ab work that the phrase came through, is it easy or is it difficult? It's not supposed to be easy. And then I'm going, easy is a mindset, okay? You can put in the work and the effort, but you can make it easy by thinking that it's easy. And you can have ease. So ease is this allowing the ease to come through and be in your inner being. So the opposite, ease, is a consumable. We consume. It's our nourishment, this ease, this joy, this unconditional love. But it's the path of ease, the easy path. It's like water. Water flows. It uses gravity. And it flows to where it's needed to be. Now, the opposite, the going out, is the sarcastic yogi in me calls it dukhi, okay? So sukha is the consumption and dukhi is the production, okay? Because it's always a production when that dukhi comes in contact with the oscillator, iskanarati ariatakatur utugrasha. Just like all the energies that are leaving the electromagnetic energies that are leaving the South Pole and coming up into the North Pole of planet Earth, the same thing is happening to you, okay? So the things that we think we're letting go of get recycled up. This dukhi comes around, okay? And it comes up to Vyapini. This is the cycle of samsara. This is the cycle of remembering your past, holding a grudge of things. You take this dukhi and you accept it for what it was. It no longer is, it was. But you bring it back into this now and you cycle it around. And this is the only process that's keeping it in our aura, our karmic imprint, okay? Whether it's the dukhi of something contrast, or whether it's the dukhi of something totally awesome. Because if it's totally awesome, it's in our imprint, and it's something that we're chasing after. And if it's so awful, maybe we're running away from it. Both of these ideas are keeping us out from our inner being, our peace within, okay? Have you ever experienced something so awesome, you want more of it, and you want more of it, and you want more of it, and now it clouds your judgment? The practice of meditation is learning to focus and control the mind. What do you want to focus on? And once we learn to focus, and we learn to accept reality for what it is, honor everything for what it is, then that truly unleashes us. Another way to think of Vyapini, and I think maybe I'm going to find a shady spot. Maybe it's like 2 inches that way. Or I just have to be patient for 5 minutes. Vyapini is the gateway to spirit. It's the gateway to the gifts that you don't think you have. It's the gateway to speaking light language. It's the gateway to channeling. It's the gateway to automatic writing. No, we don't need any of these chakras, okay? We only need our heart center, which is the home of our inner being, our holy fire. But when we were in Anahata, we understood that this is all pervading, okay? Our inner being is actually in all of the chakras. We don't have to go anywhere to experience it because we're already there. We're already us. And the calming and stilling of the mind and focusing and non-focusing, that's this Vyapini. It's us learning and reinforcing. If it's an easy path, it's more enjoyable. It doesn't mean that it's not going to entail work, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to entail resistance. Let's call it resistance, okay? Because athletes, we use resistance on purpose to stress our muscles in a controlled fashion so that we get gains, so that we get expected gains. And we do so in a controlled fashion over time so we can have expectations of the gains, and so we can track our progress, and so we can do all these sorts of things. But we're using this stress and resistance on purpose in a controlled fashion. We can do the same thing with this contrast of life, because none of us are perfect manifestors. Because as soon as we start to get that good at it, we're no longer going to be in the 3D. We're going to phase shift into the 4D and the 5D. But still, we can still be joyful about it, because that's the simple aspect. The path of ease, the path of joy, the path of compassion, path of kindness, the path of harmony. It's all the same thing. It's going inwards and listening to our inner being and letting our inner being live more fully through us. And in this idea of verticality, Vyapini is the gateway to spirit. All these ideas of we consider outside of us in our humanness, and access to all the other yous, all the other lifetimes. We can get there through Vyapini. Well, we can get there through Vasundhara as well, because it's part of our auric field. It's right there, okay? In Reiki 1, we teach how to see auras. And it is one of the things that you can do. And another thing of learning Reiki is you learn to let go. You place your hands, and at the beginning, we've got the Hayashi Healing Guide where there's all these hand positions, and both for medical reasons as to what organ is where and where you can place your hands to help with the organs, and how to follow your intuition to change it up because you're being guided to place your hands elsewhere. And at the beginning, you might start to trust your intuition, and trust is just a process of reinforcement, okay? Because when you're on a training program for whatever, you don't necessarily trust it yet until you start to experience some gains in it. And it's the same thing with Reiki. And we place our hands, and then we learn over time through one, feeling the energy and having conversations with our clients after the session. There's so many times that the client says, "You found the energy in my knee. You found my knee problem." And I go, "Yeah, I was just guided to put my hands there." And at the beginning, that's what it is. You're learning through trust the intuition. And you're not holding it in the prescribed manner. You're holding it in a way that was intuitive to you. This is the beginning of tapping into the guidance from spirit, from your inner being. But at that time, you believe it. It's outside of you. Shaya atar atakata. And then over time, we begin to trust it. And when I'm talking to a beginning Reiki practitioner, they're all excited. And if I'm going to a healing event or a festival, and if I have a tent or a table, and there's a younger, just starting out Reiki practitioner, and then they start to doubt what's going on. And I just have a short little conversation with them. I go, there's only one difference between you and me. It's the same Reiki energy that's flowing through me in the same volume, in the same abundance as it's flowing through me. My experience just lets me know that I'm feeling it. Your lack of experience brings in, I'm not feeling it yet, and we have these expectations about what it should be. And so what I'm talking is just like, look, go ahead. You give me the energy. Go ahead. And then I say, yeah, see, it's flowing through you. You see that? Okay? He says, but I don't feel it. But when you give it to me, I totally feel it. And I go, just trust that this energy is flowing through you. You said Reiki on, it's flowing. Okay? And when that energy is flowing, over time, you will learn to feel it more and trust it more, just like our connection to spirit. We talk about the law of attraction now. The law of attraction, you ask the universe for something. Okay, the basic is what you give out to the universe is what you get back. But you ask, the universe instantaneously gives it. It puts it in your vortex, as Abraham Hicks talks about, and you must become a vibrational match to it, and then it actually shows up in your physical reality. Okay? And this becoming a vibrational match to it is simply get into alignment, get into your joy, because when you are in your joy, you are abundantly flowing, and you're loving life. You're dancing and skipping around everywhere, and maybe at the beginning you're faking it, and you're faking it until you make it, okay? But when you at least plant the seeds for yourself that joy and ease are the path, and Abraham Hicks talks about when we experience the contrast, it is simply your inner being telling you, one, you don't resonate with it, but the easier way to say it is that it sees the situation in a different light, in a different way. And over time, we're slowly adopting the viewpoint of our inner being. That's it. Simply by choosing experiences that are more joyful to us. It's as simple as that. We don't need to overthink it. If it brings out your joy, do it. If it brings out your peace, do it. Peace and joy and gratitude are all the same vibration. They're just different names. Tikatiata, and we're splitting hairs on the difference. And ease, you can choose the path of dukkha, okay? And interestingly, in one of the traditions, the sukha is the path to the asura, the demigod realm, on the path to the Devis, the Devas. Well, you are the goddess within, and the more you allow this force of the universe, this all-pervading energy to work with you, that's what this allowing is about. The one last thing that they wanted to talk about is the Wu Wei. This concept of effortless action. It really means no action, because there's really nothing for you to do, okay? By us going into our inner being and experiencing the peace and the no mind of the inner being, the universe is doing all the work for you. Your inner being is doing all the work for you. Because that brings us into alignment with our inner being, and the inner being can just easily pull that out of our vortex. ito to uhutokarata atakarihisa. Kotur utananata atare. I'm going to close my eyes soon enough. So, ha'iyasho hisohutata arhakana atatire harta. So this path of effortless action, niyataku uryu, this path of ease, this sukha, it's consumable, niyarashu, it's nourishment, niyatakara arasanatakatira hatata. This sukha is yet another name of your inner being, niyarata atakaruhuso, utu uruta atitiariata. And today, su'utur uchakatiriata, let us invite in the sukha. Let us ask our inner being to show us this sukha, this ease. Su'utur uchakatiriata hanatakaritata. And we can ask the universe, which is our inner being, we can access with ask. And it is given. And this is the process of learning to trust the wisdom of your inner being. If we ask to be shown ease, this is the purification process. By inviting in the ease, the alignment of Vyapini, it is purifying the energies of the dukkha that has come into the energy field, this resistance, this contrast, these imprints, the debris. So uturu aya atananaka hesaha. Sihisa atar atakanahasa siharatahata. So I invite you to focus your awareness on your breath. As we slowly deepen our breath, as we breathe in the ease, and we breathe out resistance. And we breathe in the allow. And we simply breathe out. As we feel how it feels to breathe in the possibilities. And we simply breathe out. As we breathe in the peace. And we allow the breath to flow out naturally. As we breathe in the gratitude. As we feel how it feels to breathe in the gratitude. And we simply breathe out. As we breathe in the possibilities of joy. And we simply breathe out. As we breathe in the possibilities of compassion. And we simply breathe out. As we breathe in, the ease. And we simply breathe out. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire, Niyatikari Hasagato, our ease, our peace. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light, Niyakatara Araskananiniariata, from which I bow down to your inner light, Niyatata Atara Hisaya Atata, giving gratitude to my light and to your light with Namaste Atara Arashihika Asananaya. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire. Giving it more life. Recognizing the life in it. As that fanning of the flames breaks down the resistance, breaks down the debris, breaks down the karmic imprint, Utanata Arahita, and thus enables our light to shine more fully outwards. Nahatati Atara Ahyaka Atarata. As we invite and allow the pure holy fire, the pure ease, to flow in, through, and around us in every way, and everywhere, and every when. Effortlessly, naturally, completely. And we invite and allow the holy fire to only allow in that which is for our highest good, for our ease and joy. And the ease and joy of all. Atito rohota atara arshahe aya akatataha. And I invite you to start the divine flow if you have not done so already. Niarya shohotoro utoto urhoshikatatirata. Let us take this energy from the heart center and move it up through the chakras, Nahakatara Ushokoto, up through Vishuddha, through Anya, through Sahasrara, through Vyapini, Ikotorio Chiko, moving it up through all the realms, Nihakotor Utata Aryata, and into the highest source of consciousness, Nihakatari Itoro Honata Aryataha. The Shiva, Niatare Atarar, Uso Uto Urhayata. Where there is no judgment, where there is no ego, where it always supports free will, and where it is unlimited in power, and potential. Let us bring us back more pure holy fire, down to the realms of separation, through Vyapini, purifying it, through Sahasrara, purifying it, through Anya, purifying it, through Vishuddha, purifying it, and back into Anahata, thoroughly combining this energy and purifying it. Now let us ground this energy effectively, and purify the lower chakras, moving it down through Manipura, purifying it, through Svadhisthana, purifying it, through Muladhara, purifying it, through Vasundhara, purifying it, and growing roots down into Mother Earth, Niatotoro Utokurashahiatata, down, 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 deep into Pachamama, Niariashka Hotoro Utoro Hata, wrapping these roots around the heart of Ma, Niariashko Oto, the Divine Mother, Niaraska Asisiariata, and giving her a great big hug, no matter what name you call her, Ni Oroto Utokushahiasa Akayata, and bringing back her grounded love, Ni Kotoro Utaya Arshana Niariata, up through the root system, Ni Acharya Sahiara, through Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center. Thoroughly combining the energy. Neoroto uhuto rohadaraha. And now let us turn over to our inner being, to continue this divine flow without any conscious thought whatsoever. Nihakatata arahatakesata, iriorioto uhutor ashkana, itata atkiariata hatarahartaka. And now on the out breath, with intention, let us consciously push out with purpose. Push out this holy fire from our heart center, this ease, this joy, this compassion, this kindness, this harmony. Out from our heart center, out from all of our chakras, out from our physical bodies, out of our auric field, and out into every aspect of our awareness. In every way, and everywhere, and every when. Now let us create in our mind's eye, in our imagination, let us create a chest of your creation. And let us put in this chest all of our limitations, and all ideas of limitation. Let's also put in our anger, our worry, our fear, our doubt, our guilt, our shame, our grief, everything on our to-do list, everything on our shopping list, everything that's going to happen the rest of the day, the rest of the weekend, and any time in the future, just put it in the chest. Let us also put in the chest anything that has already happened today or any time in the past. Let's just put it in the chest. Let us also ask our inner being, to put in this chest what it feels no longer serves, clearing out our karmic field, the debris, the imprints that no longer serve. Let us also ask our inner being to put in what it feels might distract us from our time with the chant, from our time with the breath, and our time with the energy. And let us close the lid on this chest and let's set it aside at the Kutur Utara Hishaya Atanahata Tiharirata. It shall be there for you at the end of meditation if you so desire. Niyatahasa eta ata arhata. So the process for today, we will start off with one Eye-eem, the Devi version of Om. Eye-eem will elongate it. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times using the Mala of Joy. I will keep count. The default audio track will keep count also. No Otoro Ushaya Hasaya. It'll let us know when we move out through the chakras, and I'll raise my hand. And at the end, we will close out with one Eye-eem. Ni'atata Eye-eem. Shi'utoro Otoro Hakatara. Check the description for why Si'ukutora Asa Ina Hakatati Ariarata. A little more information about Eye-eem. Ni'atahuro Utara Arskanahata Karyata. And a breath in for Eye-eem. Eye-eem. Starting off with Vasundhara, and a breath in to chant.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Ishahaka ata itoro utonohu kotoro hatata arahatati.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hatoro uho kotoro hata. Ichahatar arahana akateta.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Ishahanata ara. Atoro hokotoro hota. Icha
Om Mani Padme
Ichkanata hatara hera tahera. Atoro hokotoro hanahata. Itara akatara
Mani Padme
Ichuhoro
Hum.
tohorota hana. Atoro okotor hatana atitiriara. Hatuto uhugata.
Mani Padme
Atoro
Hum.
hotanata arahatitaha. Atoro uhukotor ushaya. Hatara akahe.
Mani
Achanata
Padme
arahatitara.
Hum.
Hatoro uhukatara. Achihatata arahatitakaha.
Om Mani
Kodoro
Padme
otaharataha.
Hum.
Hatoro okotorahana. Ishahakatara arahinata.
Om Mani
Hatoro
Padme
otatarihara.
Hum.
Atiriaratahanaka ata. Hatoro okotorana.
Om
Shihiatata
Mani
arahanaka
Padme
atate.
Hum.
Hatoro otaharata ati. Shahiaka asa.
Om
Atirarata
Mani Padme
Haturo.
Hum.
Katara. Ishahanata kara. Itoro hokotara harataha.
Om Mani Padme
Itoronora.
Hum.
Atikiriartahana. Moving up to Muladhara.
Om
Haturto
Mani
hutorahaya.
Padme
Itoro
Hum.
hokatara harana. Itoro hokata. Ashahya atarahitara.
Om Mani
Ishahakanata
Padme
arahatetaha.
Hum.
Ichor hokotoro hota. Ishahanata aratehitara.
Om
Haturo
Mani
utararatika.
Padme Hum.
Hotar arkanahatatihira. Hataka atara artakiyara.
Om
Haturo
Mani
uta arhira.
Padme Hum.
Kataharata asha. Haturo hokotoro onata ataraha.
Om
Hatata
Mani
atarahata.
Padme Hum.
Kunoto horota. Ishkanahatata arahatita. Itarahakayata
Om
atirahata.
Mani Padme
Haturo hokotoro hana.
Hum.
Itoro hokoa. Kai hatara hatata
Om
anahatira.
Mani Padme
Hotoro hotara
Hum.
hashaya. Hatoro hotoro hanata atara hati. Haturo to
Om
urha.
Mani
Hatura
Padme
hanahata.
Hum.
Haturo okotora atara hasha. Ataharara ki hesana
Om
hakira.
Mani
Haturo
Padme
hokotoro anata.
Hum.
Atara arahakatita anahata. Hi tata arhatataha.
Om Mani
Atakaharatahi.
Padme Hum.
Hatur hukutur utonota arati. Hatur utaharata kahira.
Om Mani
Ichkarati
Padme
hariarata hata.
Hum.
Kotohurota ana. Otokorota hayara.
Om
Utoro,
Mani
utoro ota.
Padme
Atakiri
Hum.
ariata hatarata. Moving up to Svadhisthana.
Om
Hatoto
Mani
huraha.
Padme
Atakarataha.
Hum.
Itoro hokotoro anahatateha. Hitara arhakatitaha.
Om Mani
Atukoroto.
Padme
Hutoro
Hum.
hokotora hanataa. Atarhakatiraha. Atukoroto hutora.
Om Mani
Itar
Padme
harakatitahara.
Hum.
Haturo o kahotara hartitaha. Konoto horohaya.
Om
Aturo
Mani
hotata
Padme
arhashaheka.
Hum.
Haturo hokoturo unata atara hatitaha. Hatur uhoturo
Om
uchayatataha.
Mani Padme
Achahatata
Hum.
arahatita. Kanata harati tukorohotoro. Atutu
Om
uhukchiariada.
Mani
Ishahayata
Padme
atara
Hum.
arakanahita. Hatur ohokotoro arhanata atata aheta.
Om Mani
Isho utur
Padme
okahashita.
Hum.
Kanata karitaha. Huturo utatara arshahanaka e.
Om Mani
Haturo utara.
Padme Hum.
Kiti ariarataha. Atuhu kuturo urhashaya.
Om
Itahariataha
Mani
nahana.
Padme Hum.
Katata rahatata. Isho uturo utana akahera.
Om Mani
Ataraharakayataha.
Padme Hum.
Kotoraha. Itorahiata atakarihisa. Icharata
Om
hatita koroto
Mani
horahana.
Padme Hum.
Achiharataha. Atukoroto uhutarahata. Kiti
Om
ariarahakaya.
Mani Padme
Atorohoraka.
Hum.
Ishkonataraha. Moving up to Manipura.
Om
Hachichi
Mani
ariaraha.
Padme
Honotoro
Hum.
hotoro ushaheta. Itata harata akahera. Hitoro oho
Om
kotoro
Mani
tatirahara.
Padme Hum.
Kotora hayana ata. Kaiheaka atara arahashita a.
Om
Hotoroto.
Mani Padme
Atakarata heta.
Hum.
Haturo otonoto orahata. Hitor ahiaka
Om
atarahata.
Mani Padme
Atakarata harita.
Hum.
Hutoro hokotora anata atiriyara. Haturo
Om
otanahatarahaka.
Mani Padme
Atura
Hum.
heata a. Achahatara arakanahatara. Hotoro
Om
otanahatata.
Mani Padme
Aturo
Hum.
okotoro ana. Hitata aharata atita karata.
Om
Hotoro
Mani
onahatara haya.
Padme Hum.
Atura hokachara. Kitata harata atitaha. Haro oroto
Om
rotihita.
Mani Padme
Kitara
Hum.
hatikachara. Hatora rakanahayara. Hotoro oka ashahe.
Om
Atikiri
Mani
ariata aturo
Padme
hotoro.
Hum.
Karihekata. Aturo hukuturo utanata arahasata.
Om Mani
Katarahashi.
Padme Hum.
Aturo hukutoraha. Aturo utonati de ariarta.
Om
Hitata
Mani
atakarahata.
Padme
Hutoro
Hum.
okonotaha. Aturo hukuturo orashahera. Hitoro
Om
atara.
Mani
Ishkana
Padme
ata
Hum.
haratahaka. Moving up to Anahata.
Om
Hotoro
Mani
utara.
Padme
Itahanata.
Hum.
Itatakarata haitara. Hisoh utoro utakatita.
Om
Atirahata.
Mani
Atakoroto
Padme
hotoro hasha.
Hum.
Hisa atakaratahe. Atara harshana. Atoro
Om
hokotoro hotara
Mani
arshahea.
Padme Hum.
Hitoro no hokotora hatari. Atakarataha. O Toro
Om
Hokotora
Mani
Arhashaya Kaatita
Padme
Hara.
Hum.
Hitar Arhakana. Ochara Harakita. Ator
Om
Hokotor Utukur
Mani
Shaheta Ana.
Padme Hum.
Hitar Arkanata Titaraha. Otor Hokotara.
Om Mani
Shahekatara
Padme
Artikanahira.
Hum.
Hator Hokotor Hotatiriaria. Katakarata
Om
Hayata Ani.
Mani Padme
Otoro
Hum.
Otonota. Atoro Hotoro Hershayata Atira. Hatoko Oro
Om
Hotara Haraha.
Mani Padme
Atora
Hum.
Ayachahatara. Katata Harahatita Harahati. Kotoro
Om
Otahatara.
Mani
Ishkono
Padme
Hatara
Hum.
Gitakareataha. Atoro Okohoshaya. Isa Atakarataha.
Om Mani Padme
Ichahototo
Hum.
Uhurhaya. Atatara Kachara Hatita.
Om
Turuhutura Hatana
Mani
Hakaya.
Padme Hum.
Atoro Hokatara Hata. Itoro Hokotara Arana.
Om
Ichahataraha.
Mani
Atoro Hokotoro.
Padme Hum.
Ichahatara Artaha. Moving up to Vishuddha.
Om
Haturo
Mani
Uhutaruta.
Padme
Shaitana
Hum.
Hakerahaya. Atukoroto Uruhushaya. Sihikatiariarta Hanatara.
Om Mani
Achohutor
Padme Hum.
Uhutaraheta. Hatora Arya Kahanata. Atoro Okoshahiaka Asana.
Om Mani Padme
Achakarata
Hum.
Hayarahata Aturo. Konoto Horota Hata. Atoro Hotadara
Om
Irshahanete Kariata.
Mani Padme
Otor
Hum.
Ohukunarota. Itor Okochara Arthakanahatita. Kotata
Om
Aharata Atita
Mani
Harayataha.
Padme Hum.
Koto to Ohurtahata. Konota Horota Heta. Kichata
Om
Arata Atita
Mani
Karataha.
Padme Hum.
Otoro Otanata Taraheta. Kohotora Hatara. Katara
Om
Arakanahati
Mani
Tikariata.
Padme Hum.
Ichata Arhatati Karharata. Konoto Horota Hatira Harata. Korara
Om
Hashia
Mani
Akatara
Padme
Iskanatita.
Hum.
Otoro Aya Hatatara Hatakariata. Konoto Horota.
Om
Atiri
Mani
Ariara Kahasa.
Padme Hum.
Hatur Uhukta. Kata Arahatika. Haturo Oroshana Hakaya.
Om Mani
Isha
Padme
Hakatara
Hum.
Arahikanata Uraha. Konoto Horotu Utura. Atura
Om
Arakanahatata Arahashia
Mani
Kaha.
Padme Hum.
Itor Uhuna. Atur Ukonata Warahayata. Isha Hakata
Om
Arahatika Tarahata.
Mani Padme
Itohorota
Hum.
Atakarahashaha. Moving up to Anya.
Om
Huturu
Mani
Huturu Otara.
Padme
Kiniti
Hum.
Ariarata. Isha Huturu Ukonara. Isha Hakatara Artikanihitara.
Om Mani
Aturo Ukotura
Padme
Anata.
Hum.
Haturo Ukutara Ichara. Hisho Uturu Utaya.
Om Mani
Kanata Atara
Padme
Artikariata.
Hum.
Atur Uhukatara Arakanahasira. Shotor Otatara.
Om Mani
Kanata Ahara.
Padme Hum.
Kotor Okotukuru Urashahia. Hiso Otor Otana.
Om
Atur
Mani
Huraya.
Padme Hum.
Katarta Ahartaha. Ishokono Otor Hotakarihara.
Om
Ishahakatara.
Mani Padme
Atur
Hum.
Hokotor Onahatakatara. Hotor Orhanata Karitaha.
Om Mani
Arhurushuhu.
Padme
Utur
Hum.
Ukotor Otaria. Katata Atanata Karhetara. Hitorro
Om
Ohoka
Mani
Otara.
Padme
Hishaya
Hum.
Akatara Artikieta. Atur Ohotor Orkanata Rashishira.
Om
Hutura Ariera.
Mani Padme
Atur
Hum.
Uhukutor Otanata Kari. Hotoro utanata arahatakiriara.
Om
Hatora
Mani
okata.
Padme
Atoro
Hum.
shaya atara. Hita ta akara hitara. Utukorota hatiriariata.
Om Mani Padme
Hatoro
Hum.
ohokatoro hona. Ichatatar akatita arahisaya.
Om
Utot uhutura
Mani
haya.
Padme
Hutura
Hum.
ayahakata haraha. Moving up to Sahasrara.
Om
Hatoro
Mani
otonati
Padme
tahari.
Hum.
Atoro hokotoro utan. Atara arhashaya atari hitakaya.
Om Mani
Hitoto uhutoro hutar
Padme Hum.
varushihikara. Hatoro arakashia. Atoro ohosaya ata.
Om Mani
Utoro
Padme
onahakai.
Hum.
Atura harata. Kanata atara arhashaya.
Om
Itoro
Mani
ohokotoro
Padme
ushahidata.
Hum.
Itoro okotoro. Hashihikatara anahatakara hisa.
Om Mani
Achatata
Padme
harahatata
Hum.
harito. Konoto hurata. Atoro hokotoro arshanahaya.
Om Mani
Itoro
Padme
o tatara
Hum.
araha. Ishkanaha. Otara arakanaha ira.
Om
Hato ohucha
Mani
atat ayata.
Padme Hum.
Ishkanahati haraha. Konoto horoto ohotoro.
Om
Hoto o
Mani
tadara hatitaha.
Padme Hum.
Konoto horoto a. Hatiti ariarata akayara.
Om
Ahoto
Mani
uhuta rotaha.
Padme Hum.
Atkananata harhata. Atoro hokotora arhashenitaka.
Om Mani
Ishahatata
Padme
ahrata
Hum.
heraha. Konoto horotaha. Hotonoto ratkatara ata.
Om Mani
Hotoro
Padme
otanata
Hum.
arharatake. Konoto horotaha. Ishahatata
Om
haratahaka.
Mani Padme
Irshahata
Hum.
ataharartha. Moving up to Vyapini.
Om
Konoto horoto
Mani
hurahaya.
Padme
Ita
Hum.
taharata. Iskanahatarara shahiatorahakaya. Ichahanata
Om
raharata kahera.
Mani Padme
Koroto
Hum.
horota. Atoro hotoro orahaya akana atar.
Om
Ichatata
Mani
harahaya.
Padme Hum.
Konoto horota. Atata karaya. Ishahanata arhakea arhasha
Om
ekotoro
Mani
otoro arshaha.
Padme Hum.
Itara aranahe. Ator ohotoro urtukanari.
Om
Achahatata
Mani Padme
aharatita.
Hum.
Ator ohokotoro osha. Itor ohonari.
Om
Atata
Mani
arhatakaya.
Padme Hum.
Ator orakuranata haruta. Ishkanahasaya atara aratikira.
Om Mani
Hator
Padme
ota.
Hum.
Atkarataha. Koronto horota. Utot
Om
uhutaraha.
Mani Padme
Siso
Hum.
uta ata arharakahe. Atkorota honatara.
Om Mani
Konoto horota
Padme
utur
Hum.
urshahatara. Sisakahatara arhanatakaha.
Om
Hotoro ohokatara.
Mani Padme Hum.
Ishahakara arahana ata. Atoto ohorota atara.
Om
Kanatakarata
Mani
hatitahara.
Padme Hum.
Hitor ota. Last one.
Om
Honoto
Mani
hotata a.
Padme
Isha hotoro.
Hum.
Anahata. Inner breath in for Eye-eem. Stay here for as long as you like. Nihoroto otoro utana atara harakaha. Maybe even pause the video to spend more time in the energy. Nihorata atari saha. When you are ready, si uturuta anata karihiyata. Slowly and consciously deepen your breath. Slowly bring your awareness back to your physical body. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now, and welcome in the new you, I encourage you to journal about your experience, whether you write yourself an email like I do, whether you write it on physical paper, it allows you to reflect, it allows you to make a karmic imprint of alignment. And when I'm teaching channeling, or doing a light language activation, because it's simple. It takes 2 minutes, and you're either going to speak or you're not. Channeling is about allowing, and it's about ease, and it's about getting out of the way of your mind. All the things that have to do with meditation. And by getting out of the thought of channeling, by getting to your peace, by getting to your mind, by getting to your tranquility, by getting to your inner being, and just allowing it to speak. Maybe at the beginning, we start out small with automatic writing. You just put your pen in your hand. You start out with some positive affirmations maybe, and then you start writing anything else, and then you let your inner being or spirit do the writing. Don't be surprised at what comes out. So what if it's green eggs and ham? Sam I am. Who cares? Just run with it. Allow spirit to speak through you. Allow spirit to communicate to you and through you. The first half of the class is getting in an easy state and getting out of our head. It's where all the work is. And who knows? Chapter 3 of the Yoga Sutras are all about you and your superpowers and what's possible. It's only some of the things that are possible. Because your unlimited imagination might be able to think of others. And mythology is filled with all these ideas that the human can't do something. So utura ashkana hatakarati tora haturahara. But it's also filled with evidence of teleportation, levitation, speaking in tongues has been documented for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and I'm doing it right in front of you. No utur atakarashi hiska atakuraya. It's all up to you. You and your inner being. So I thank you, my friends. And even though I say it that way, it's really no effort to do it, because it's the most natural thing for you to do, is to allow spirit to live through you. It's all these other ideas of who we are that get in the way of it. So it's the wu wei, the effortless action, or the non-action, which then becomes the effortless action, which happens to be the easy path, the path of sukha, which is the path of gratitude, which is the path of joy, which is the path of inspiration, which is the path of compassion, which is the path of moksha, which is your true authentic self, your true nature. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in some breath, my highest bliss. I'm still amused. Shine on. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else?